Afternoon, guys. I have a few cards to show. One being this unconventional pickup for me. This is, of course, the 1986 Topps Jerry Rice rookie card. I actually bought this card off of Instagram, and I've been doing that a lot lately. Not Instagram itself, but shopping for cards on Facebook, shopping for cards on Instagram, and there's a rather large buying and selling community on those two networks. So if you are the kind to already be on those two social networks, it might be interesting for you to look for something that you might need. I just bought this for $40 and I thought it was really nice. It's a cool card, and it's just so slightly off left to right centering, but I am no means a expert on vintage football, but I've been told that these cards are tough to find centered, and the borders are a little unforgiving. The back is also really nice too, or nicely centered, I should say. So it's a cool card just to have. Maybe I'll get it graded. I have no idea. Um, this next little card, and I emphasize little, came to me all the way from Canada. Um, This is 1950 R423. This card is actually smaller than a stamp and came in a strip. And I was talking about this card in a few videos ago because I was looking for the purple back variation, and I finally have it. Its journey to me took about a month. Seller did not put tracking on the package, and I came back from my business trip yesterday from Dallas, and it was waiting for me, which was great. Um, and the really nice part is that I was in constant communication with the seller, and he didn't have me pay for it up front. He doesn't really sell a lot over the internet, and so he sent it to me, and hoping I would like it, I said he told me if I did, then just to pay him after that. Um, I had already told him that I would love the card and I'd pay him regardless, and about a week or so ago, I told him that it still hasn't come yet. He was getting concerned, so he just said, whenever it comes, just keep it. And I messaged him last night on Net54, and I told him that it arrived, and he said, it's great, but collector to collector, enjoy the card, make it a nice piece in your collection. And it's very oddball, but I love it nonetheless. The next three cards here. Well, the next two are ones I got back from my SGC submission, which did not go as well as I hoped. This is the 1946 to 47 Cuban. This is about the grade I was expecting, given the staining, but really like the card. There's sort of staining like all through the front and through the back. The paper is so thin on these that they had to use the custom insert to kind of keep it within the gasket, which I understand. It just doesn't look as nice. You can kind of see, but what can you do? At least on this back, I can read the entire thing. The other card that I have, the back is missing a lot of paper. This was that PSA 2 38 Gaudi. Actually got a bump to a 2.5, which I was pretty surprised about. And the card just presents really well. Very happy with it. The other three cards, the 34 Gaudi Rookie and the 1940 Play Ball and 34 Batter Up, all did not meet minimum grade requirements. So quite disappointed about that. And then when I sold the bat knob, I bought this beauty with the money I got from it. This is the 1935 Diamond Star with the Greenberg error, the misspelling of his name, and bought this from a very reputable seller I met on Facebook, and I'm just so happy and pleased with this card. It's really every bit a 6, and maybe even a little higher. I may attempt to have this bumped. I'm not going to crack it, but I will attempt to have this maybe bumped to a 6.5, or maybe a 7 if they deem it. The only real issue is centering top to bottom. So, you know, still a beautiful card. I mean, my God, wow. But that centering on the top to bottom is probably what's keeping it down from being higher, and the back is clean as a whistle. It's really like probably one of the best cards in my collection, to be honest. When I got my grades back, I'm just going to have you look at this while I talk about it for a little bit. When I got my grades back for my recent SGC order, I was really disappointed, and coupled that later in the day where I received, some of you know, I bought a 1939 play ball and graded a SGC 8, and I was so excited about that. And upon looking at the card, I noticed that the bottom part of the gasket had pushed up some paper on the card and damaged it. And I was really disappointed. Thankfully, the seller was gracious enough to let me return the card for a full refund. But the card's a Pop 6, and I probably will never have the chance to buy one again. And that was the making for a really shitty card day. Because you see, I have 3 cards here that did not meet minimum grade. And don't know what I'll do with them yet. But for now, I'm just really enjoying this card here. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. Definitely one of the best cards in my collection, without a doubt. And very, very happy to own it. Thank you, Jerry. You don't watch videos, but you're the man. And I'll catch you guys later. Don't have anything Hank coming in, but there are some fun auctions popping off. Huggins and Scott jumped off today, and PWCC is listing a bunch today, later on tonight. And so looking forward to seeing what I can get from those, and sort of rebound a little bit from the damage with the play ball card. But guys, thanks for watching, and have a great one. Bye.